We here? Yeah, yeah. I'm right back at you like I never left. I'm gonna go this hard to my last breath. It's a little Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consul, Moon. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Kanoom. Yeah, yeah. I'm here. While I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear because a lot of y'all can't hear. Yeah, yeah. Now, welcome back to Make My Ancestors Great Again. This is another episode of Religion Develops Insanity. This is Religion Develops Insanity Part 9. And we're dealing with Santa Claus. Okay. Um, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, I said Santa Claus can be more substantiated than God, whether that's through beliefs, actions, and things of that nature. It's all myth, allegory, oral tradition, flat out lies. Okay. This is more folklore, became tradition. Now they're trying to make it become historical. So religion develops insanity for the simple reason that people believes this stuff. And this is all through Christian belief. All this stuff is through Christianity and religious belief. And the hats, I'm not a Orthodox Jew. I don't practice no religion. Okay, you might call me an atheist of some sort because that's what people think when you say no to all religions. So this hat is paying homage to my cousin. He hasn't passed away. I'm just honoring him. He has a stylistic thing that he likes to wear. The hat's just a regular hat. I wear them like this to show my fashion style. I'm not a Jew. I'm not a Hebrew. I'm not a Christian Muslim. I don't have no religious um, ideology or no religious belief. None. So um, let's look at this video. And this is about Santa Claus. And I'm going to show you why religion develops insanity. Okay. Let's get into the video. I don't own the video. It's from Fox News. You can watch the entire video wherever you can find it at, but you can go to Fox News. This is on their channel, and this is a fair use act. So let's look at the video.
And there you have it. That's Stephanie Quinn. She will be in the hot seat tonight for Track Santa Now. That starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time and runs through midnight. She will be in touch with NORAD and special guests to take a look at Santa's location. Now, we do have NORAD up right now. You can see that Santa is over China at this point. Looks like he is going from one location there to another. We're going to keep an eye on the Santa tracker here with NORAD and bring you all of the latest news as we get it. Now, it is Christmas Eve, and that means no question NORAD is tracking Santa here. We do have Lieutenant General Thomas M. Carden Jr. with NORAD joining us live to discuss how they're able to do this. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today.
Lieutenant and Colonel M. Carden Thomas. I hope I didn't. This is my first time listening to it, just like you. This is organic. I don't pre-record them. I don't go and think about what I'm gonna say. I get right here and do it. So this gentleman is a lieutenant and a colonel, set up to track something that they developed in 1955 named NORAD, NORAD. You can call a 1-800 number. This is religion develops insanity, but they got grown men who was taught this from a child, and they're still playing make believe as adults. Now this lieutenant colonel don't have nothing better to do. Okay, he's the head of this stuff. He's got the solar, however you track him with all your tracking devices. He got all that solar stuff that he can track it with the heat and all that. And he's watching after a make-believe sled with reindeers and all that type of stuff on it. Religion develops insanity. This is how the story goes. Now, these is grown-ups, and he's getting ready to give a whole interview talking about for children. These are adults. You couldn't put no time into finding out what China is doing to try to make an attack on America. You couldn't find out why the drones is mysteriously over different parts of the world. He couldn't track any of that. That's sad.
Well, Josh, thanks for having me, and Merry Christmas from NORAD. We actually use our radars, our network of satellites, and our fighter jets, the tools we use every day to keep North America safe. We just happen to have a special aviator in the skies today that we're looking out for with Santa Claus.
And how did this all originate? How were you guys able to first realize, whoa, we can track Santa and his every move?
Well, you know, it actually started with a misprinted newspaper ad in 1955. So this is our 69th year. There's a young boy read that ad. He called to figure out where Santa was. There was a colonel at NORAD that answered the phone, and today we have over 1,000 volunteers that are helping us track Santa in our operations center and provide those updates to boys and girls around the world in 9 languages, actually.
1,000 volunteers to track Santa Claus and give it up in 9 languages. You couldn't find nothing else to do with them 1,000 volunteers, putting in so many hundreds of man hours to develop software and to go out and see what this make-believe thing that you guys put together, that just rolling across the map and the atlas and all whatever different times, and you tracking it. Oh, he's here now. This is make-believe. But see, this is the type of money that they will pour into Western academia, or westernized methodology of teaching to keep people like me and you up under a rock. This is sad.
And I do have to ask, what is the special sauce, so to speak, that allows you to be able to track Santa and know exactly where he is? Because I mean, that's got to be some tough work.
You know, it really comes down to really modern technology is amazing. Santa lifted off about 3.5 hours ago. Our North Warning System with our radars across Canada and Alaska picked him up as soon as he left the ground. And then the heat given off from Rudolph's nose gives our satellites an infrared signature, and we're locked on to Santa at all times to ensure his safe passage.
I said that it was the heat off of Rudolph's nose. Taylor Anderson, our producer here, said, no, that can't be it. So I'm glad you were able to clarify that for us. How many people are able to watch Santa Tracker every year? Do you have any sort of count on that? Because I know a lot of people are watching.
Well, it's millions hit the www.noradsanta.org every year. Last year, our call center, 1-877 High NORAD, took over 400,000 telephone calls.
That's the video. Religion develops insanity. This is a goddamn shame. Don't excuse my language, but this is ridiculously stupid. This is another manifestation of Jesus the Christ. Okay, this goes with Christianity. This is why I brought you this. Religion develops insanity. Today is supposed to be Ancestors Speak. I won't even record today on the holiday or whatever. I have family over and just let them continue to be in a holiday type of thing. See, I'm not in the holidays no more because I know what's behind them. This is Christianity. This is another manifestation of Jesus the Christ. That's why it's called the holiday spirit and the spirit of Santa Claus and all this old carrying on. This is how this so-called, this is religious as well, historically came about. It was a gentleman, a bishop named Saint Nicholas of Myra in roughly the 3rd century. I think it's 240 or 270, somewhere up in there. I learned about this years ago when I got out of Christianity because I wanted to trace things back and put them in a proper perspective. They got the name Saint Nick from Nicholas of Myra. This is make-believe too, because it's just tradition. It goes with the Christianity, the Christian tradition. This is religion develops insanity. His first things, this bishop from Myra, he would put money inside the windows of 3 girls because they was prostitutes. So he put money inside the father's window, and the father was able to pay their dowry. Okay, that's like a fee for a prostitute. A dowry is really when someone wants to get married in Islam or different cultures that has that. The father pays that amount to the man. Okay, or the person who wants to marry his daughter pays the dowry to the father. Things of that nature. So this Saint Nicholas, and that's why they call him Saint Nick, this Santa Claus, Nicholas of Myra, that was one of his first things. Look this up. He's known as a church father. Never existed. It says traditionally. That means tradition. That's false. Folklore, mythology, allegory, fiction, oral tradition, wives' tale, superstition, dumb shit. Excuse me. I want to come straight down the middle. Excuse my language. This man gave the father the 3 girls' dowry so they didn't have to go out and whore all night, and they took a night off. And his mysterious gift giving has intrinsically became one of this Santa Claus. That's one of his biggest things. He gives gifts. But to go back to religion develops insanity, what do they say about Santa? He got a list, checking it twice, checking the name, seeing who's naughty or nice. What do they say about Peter? Peter is at the gate. See, gonna be some gates up there in heaven. Peter is at the gate with a book, looking who been naughty and nice, looking at the list, checking it twice. Before you get into heaven, you're gonna run into Peter. So this is religion develops insanity, because why don't they track Jesus? See, why don't they track Allah, Buddha, the Prophet Muhammad? All this stuff, the solar body heat from reindeer's nose, all this type of silliness, tracking a mythological character. Why don't you track Jesus the Christ, God? Why don't you track Yahweh? The same thing, God. Why don't you track Messiah? The same thing, God. Why don't you track Allah, Buddha? This is a damn shame. This is why religion develops insanity. That's my thoughts on the video. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Canoom, Consul, Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in this room. You're now dealing with Canoom. This is what I do, and I love to do it. And before I take back what I said, I add some more to it. This needs to be stopped, eradicated, because you have grown-ups still dibbling and dabbling and living make-believe. Now, this man is doing a credit for children. He believes, but he's doing a discredit, because this make-believe Santa Claus, this mythological character, is more powerful than a Jesus the Christ and this God and Yahweh that they pray to. Because see, he does nothing, and it's no tracker of Yahweh and God. Show me one. That's why I'm saying, if you're going to waste all that money, develop a tracking system and show the people who believe in Jesus, show them what Jesus is today. Because they say he's the living God. He never died. He got up, walked away. He's still somewhere in spirit. This Santa Claus is a spirit. It's not a real person. This is mythology. If you feel like you want to do something for me, like and subscribe, because it won't cost you a fee. Education and preparation is the first step to retaliation. So before you pick up a weapon, pick up some knowledge. Yeah, yeah.